is just fantastic. Welcome everyone to the exhibition of stupid people. Today we are going to be discussing Tana Mongeau, or Tana Mongeau for those who like to call her that. We are going to go through who she is, some of her more notable accomplishments on the site of YouTube, and what it is she has done recently that has caused quite a stir online and come with some consequences, albeit temporarily. Tana Mongeau is a content creator who has been active since 2015. She has, because of her style of content, become one of the more popular users of the site when she uploads. We'll get to that in a moment. Her content typically centers around vlogs, YouTube collaborations and challenges, and her music, with the odd addressing of a controversy here and there. More recently, she's known for her, and I'm going to air quote this word, relationship, end air quotes, with Jake Paul. I thought you were dating Logan. And for clickbaiting her video titles so as to get the best possible viewership from her 2019 Creator of the Year channel. Yeah, she actually won Creator of the Year from the Streamies, which is the YouTube version of the Oscars. Many people were quite cross about this because she barely uploaded. I guess it really does mean that even though YouTube favours quantity over quality, in her case, the quality spoke for itself. Do I need my sarcasm sign for that? Perhaps now that I've given you a very, very brief introduction to who Tana Mongeau is, we should now address 4 controversies. Yet there are 4 in her entire YouTube timeline that I find interesting. No, her relationships are not going to be one of them. So Jake Paul, Logan Paul perhaps, Bella Thorne. You can all go back to the peanut gallery where you belong. The first would be the use of the N-word. Now this is because she made a video calling iDubbbz out for it. So iDubbbz clapped back with a clip of many different times Tana Mongeau had said that word. If you are going to criticize someone for using a word that many dub to be offensive, perhaps ensure you have a leg to stand on first. Tana did go on to make an apology for that. It came courtesy of a 22-minute video, so you can all assume quite rightly just how good the apology was, since all you needed to do was say, "I'm very sorry." It was arguably one of the most arrogant apologies I've ever witnessed, and you know she really meant this apology when there were a dozen ads on it. "I'm sorry everyone, but I really need my Gucci." And of course her stans have forgiven her for being what she claimed iDubbbz was. Right. It would also be right to point out now, because of what she did, iDubbbz went to a meet and greet, and she didn't recognize him until the photo where he said, say, and yeah, I'm not saying it. I'd like to see if this one gets monetized. But you all know what iDubbbz said because he put it in his content cop. I'll link it down below. The next incident of note was when Tana Mongeau decided that VidCon wasn't good enough for Tana Mongeau. So Tana Mongeau decided to make it all about herself by creating TanaCon. A lot of effort went into this apparently. She even got a venue that could hold 5,000 people. 20,000 fans turned up and waited outside because they couldn't get in, because it turns out she wasn't prepared for all the children that wanted to come say hi to her, which yet again led to Tana Mongeau issuing an apology, which came a full month after TanaCon had ended, because she took a little break. She needed it, guys. Now do us all a favour and don't skip those ads. Turn off that pesky ad block. The next controversy concerning Tana Mongeau would be Black Lives Matter, because Tana Mongeau is an ally and has put out a number of videos supporting BLM. This doesn't sound controversial on the face of it, but there is obviously a contradiction with her own past. Add to that, she again put out another very lengthy apology video. But it's okay, guys. She fully demonetized this 15-minute masterpiece, where, and even those watching got it, she spoke, but said nothing, where she talked about being a part of the problem with cancel culture, because she was finally on the receiving end of it and didn't like it. Because she was going to those parties, during lockdown, and people weren't best impressed by it. Or the fact that over the last 5 years, All she's ever done is clickbait, sensationalize, and attempt to cancel others. Because it turns out, Tana Mongeau is ever the spiteful person you expect Tana Mongeau to be. And while she does acknowledge many things in this video, she says nothing. I thought I was boring, and then I watched this video and realized, we have a contender, lads. Apparently winning Creator of the Year wasn't enough for her. Many have rightly criticized this video because of the many inaccuracies and contradictions from Tana's own actions. Acknowledging your past doesn't change it, and the only way you can ever show reforming or reformation is if you continue to live by the very words you claim to preach now. Oh, and undeniably many are going to be against BLM because of various issues that have arisen with BLM. I'm not going to be drawn in on that today, as you are the target, not BLM. The final controversy. Now this one's an interesting one. This is the one that made me decide, oh whoa, what do we have here? This one looks a tad illegal. We should talk about it. For this we need a hashtag. Booty for Biden. Yes, that is the hashtag she used. If you send me proof you voted for Biden, I'll send you a nude for free. Tana also linked her OnlyFans where she, like Onision, is a superstar, forgetting that many of those images are already on Google image searches. But okay, you go send those nudes to your highly impressionable audience who are using their parents' credit cards. Granted, this is obviously aimed at those who are 18 or above, for obvious reasons. We're not in the UK where we're trying to drive that down to 16. This tweet, well, this may well be why Tana Mongeau got unverified on YouTube. To be verified on YouTube, you usually have 100,000 or more subscribers. She lost it temporarily, I assume, while they tried to work out whether or not their best creator was in any legal trouble for what she did. Well, as it turns out, she did break the law. Under US federal law, it is more commonly known as vote buying. Not entirely sure you want to receive that, but as Tana herself has said, over 10,000 people have proved they voted for Biden. Yay.
Aw, Macy, you're probably really gonna hate to hear that on my Tana Uncensored inbox in the last hour, I've received over 10,000 people's proof voting for Joe Biden. I don't really know what your comment's gonna do. Hopefully it can get 10,000 people to vote for Trump.
Not going to be drawn in on your US election. We've got Boris. We have no leg to stand on. So the US law says, whoever makes or offers to make an expenditure to any person either to vote or withhold its vote, his vote, or to vote for or against any candidate, and whoever solicits, attempts, or receives any such expenditure in consideration of his vote or the withholding of his vote, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 1 year, or both, and if the violation was willful, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 2 years, or both. Tana Mongeau has responded to this, by the way. I'm going to quote essentially what she said. It's just a joke, bro. Which sums up everything she thinks about this, because prior to it, this all blowing out of proportion, she hadn't acknowledged it. And I can understand why. It was only a month ago she made an apology video. She needs more time before she can do it. And if TanaCon's anything to go by, you're going to have to wait at least a month before she even bothers to properly address it and accept responsibility for what can safely be called whoring oneself out for votes. Many celebrities at the moment are making ads to encourage people to vote, but many of those videos do not tell you who to vote for because to do so would break US law. On their personal accounts, they can tell you who to vote for from a personal stance. But you, Tana Mongeau, you offered nudes? Okay. It's classy, I'm sure, to someone, maybe-ish, kinda. No, it's not really in the slightest, is it now? And your response to this has come from all the maturity of someone of your caliber. Which sounds like I was going for a joke, but you are your own joke at this moment in time. You only apologise when the backlash is significant enough, and when you do apologise, oh dear Lord, those apologies are bad. Because of what you've done, you've also shined another light on content creators and social influencers who take advantage of their position for their own gain. Many people look down upon creators on YouTube. All of us. We get looked down upon because of people like you. They think We are all like you. It is about time you started accepting and respecting US law, YouTube culture, and grew up just a little bit, although I doubt it will anytime soon because seriously, that's sweet ad revenue, right? We're coming up to December. I'm sure you're going to absolutely smash it, and then vanish for January when it's all gone. Anyway, with Tana Mongeau, I'd love to know what you think about her. Please do let me know in the comments down below. I think she's a troll, but I think she's a dumb one. So have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you very much for listening.